Konami Studios. So here's something fun to talk about, guys. This book, The Union, the latest and probably the first tie-in I have reviewed at the time this comes out for King in Black. Here's the book, The Union. That's right, Europe. They got a bunch of superheroes too, and they're going to be their own team. This book is originally supposed to be an Empyre tie-in. Isn't that fun? Do you remember when Empyre was supposed to come out on time, then they pushed back a lot of stuff because of COVID, and then this book didn't come out when it was supposed to? So we reworked it to make it fit into the lore of King in Black. Yep, that's what's happening now. I really liked this, actually. This was surprisingly fun and interesting for a first issue. Now, I am not sure if these characters have existed before this or not, so if they have, please let me know. Obviously, I know Union Jack has been around. I've seen him appear in everything, and that character has been very famous to me. But Britannia, the Choir, Kelpie, Snakes, I don't know if they have been in other books before, but I think it's pretty cool that we somehow managed to take a book that was supposed to be for Empyre, rework it just a little bit, and we'll get into the parts where they obviously changed some stuff. And that's how we'll see how this book goes. And I think it's kind of cool. They're like, yeah, we'll just re-release this for King in Black. We already commissioned it. It's already made. We'll change a few things. Bada bing, bada boom. King in Black. Fun time. So we open up this book. We get a classic cartoon of Britannia where she's being attacked by Doc Croc and his alligator army. She easily defeats him. He's like, knowing is half the battle. Defining character of the British people, Croc. And I think you understand all my stuff here. Then we cut to another panel where we're seeing, yeah, Great Britain's weird, man. The United Kingdom's a little bit weird and everything's kind of going crazy. So we need some new superheroes. And we get a nice page where we see all of our characters who are going to be in this book. Because we are kind of setting it up like a news interview is about to happen where we're talking to the team. And then we cut to everything that's just kind of off the coast of England. And I guess it's like Breandown Fort or Braindown Fort. I don't know if that's an actual location, but we see Union Jack's working with this one random guard. And here's something I just want to bring up before we get into this book. I don't know if this means anything or not, but you can see on the guard's chin area, there's a little strap that kind of looks like it could have been a Skrull chin, and they just changed it to look like a human later on. I don't know, that's just something I noticed. Perhaps they worked it to look like a human. So Union Jack's working with this guy. He's like, man, this is going to be weird. I hope our bonuses come in. And the guy's like, what, you're getting a bonus? Yeah, I guess so. So we get some information about Union Jack, actually, as he's running away with this flag. And it's like, yeah, this guy wasn't the first Union Jack. This is Jack Chapman. And he's the most modern Union Jack. He doesn't even know how long he's been doing this for. We see him that the guy he's working with there, the guy with the scrawled chin, supposedly, gets caught in a little puddle, and the puddle swoops him up and takes him. He's like, oh shit, I gotta keep going, gotta keep getting this flag to the area. So Union Jack keeps running down, or I'm sorry, Joe Chapman is his name as I'm looking at the page here, not Jack, it's Joe. And I kind of like that. It's just a fun little thing. And what I'm liking about this too is that the world at large here doesn't like Union Jack so much. They're like, oh, this guy's a dick. I think that's pretty funny. Is Union Jack just the U.S. agent for the U.K.? I think that'd be hilarious. So he's like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna win the game. I'm gonna get the flag to the area, and in comes Britannia. And my God, I love her costume. That is such a nice design, so classic, so clean. I love seeing the trident in her hand. I love the hair. I love everything about her costume. She looks incredible. That costume is sick. So they get into a little fight, and it's kind of playful because it's like, oh, you're going to play nasty, Union Jack? I can play nasty too. But Union Jack just says yeet, and he jumps down for the island to plant the flag. As he gets there, he realizes, oh, he doesn't have the flag. Britannia has it, and she looks up to see the logo on the flag is from Steve Derwin, and she hates him. So it's just kind of funny. I like it a lot. Britannia seems like she's going to be a really fun character. Out of all of them, I think she might be the one that's existed before this. I don't really know. But I love her design. I really want an action figure of that. I really want her to be a bigger character in this world. Hell, I might not be British, but I'll write Britannia if I have to. That'd be really fun. So like I said, this was going to be a news team was coming in to see this new team they're forming, and they're having contests to see what the names are going to be. And the newscaster is really upset when he finds out he's going to be talking to Union Jack because he hates Union Jack. And this is where my theory comes in that, oh man, everybody hates Union Jack. So it's like, oh, if we knew we were going to be talking to Union Jack, we wouldn't have spent so much time here covering this segment. And then we get some more information about how, like, we're forming our own superhero team in the UK. We got people from England and Wales and Scotland and Ireland all here. And I think it's pretty fun to see that. I'm not sure where everybody's going to be from. We'll get to that in a second here. You guys can let me know if there's certain traits in different countries I don't know about. But Britannia is kind of chewing out Darwin. Darwin looks like your classic asshole. He's got like a thick beard, a dumb haircut. She's like, I don't want to promote logos if we're doing this team right. So you can see that maybe Steve Darwin's going to be the one who kind of is like supporting the operation and paying for things. So we have a couple of the agents who are working with Union Jack talking to the rest of our team. We have the choir, who I'm not sure, she's either from, I'm going to say Wales or Scotland. I'm not sure which one she's supposed to be from. But like, I think the idea is that she can like plant like a thought in your head and it's like starts ringing and it burns your ears or something. And then Kelpie to me is obviously the one that is from Ireland. Now that could be completely wrong. I could be completely off base there. I don't know, but she's the one that could control water. We've seen her kind of appear earlier in there. And then, of course, Snakes is like a humongous dude, and I really like that he's just hidden and everything. I wonder if he's going to be a snake guy, or what if he's just a bunch of snakes? That would be cool. So, you know, the people are getting mad at these characters for just showing up and about to do stuff, but Union Jack's like, yo guys, don't fight here, we'll all get our bonuses. And you know why Union Jack kind of sucks is because Steve Darwin's a big fan of it. He's like, let's take a picture, Instagram's gonna blow up with all this shit, look at us, we're so cool. And as they're doing that, they see a dragon in the sky, and this is where you can see the book obviously went from being, oh, it's on a Skrull or Kree ship, now it's like a King in Black thing. So I wonder if these last couple of pages were changed, not because the artwork looks different, just because it seems a little more rushed in some of like the background stuff actually. So we see the dragon come in, Britannia comes in and cuts the head off the dragon, which looks so cool. What's the artist's name on this book? I can't remember who the artist is, but this might be some of my favorite artwork in a long time. I think this looks absolutely gorgeous, some of this artwork. Like, I'll show this splash page of Britannia getting stabbed in the chest while she cuts the head off the dragon. It looks really cool. So she falls to the ground, and supposedly, like, Britannia's dead? Which I'm like, what? She just got the book. She can't be dead. She sounds really cool. So then we see that these characters are like, oh man, what a weird looking dragon thing this was. And you see Union Jack's kind of holding up the dying Britannia. And I don't want her to die. I don't think she's going to be dead, but she's slowly dying. And as they are doing that, all of these soldiers that we see working with Union Jack have now turned into symbiote guys in their armor. Which I think it's kind of convenient that they kind of like blurred out the faces, so it could have been easier just to fix them if they were like a Kree or a Skrull before. So then we end this book and we see a splash page where Union Jack's leading the Union now. And we got Kelpie and Choir and Snakes about to come take them all down. And I think that's pretty cool. It looks really fun. I really love this book, actually. It's looking incredibly interesting and unique. I like that it's going to be a King in Black tie-in. I hope these characters stick around to do some more fun stuff because they are really just different from a lot of stuff we've seen in comics. Now, I know there's some people like, oh, why don't we see some other classic Excalibur characters? Well, because this isn't Excalibur. This is a whole new thing altogether. This is kind of like what you're seeing in more contemporary stuff, especially in like the TV show The Boys, where we have a government agency who is building this team up, and it's going to be something cool. So this was such a good read. It was so fun, just really lighthearted and interesting. I think a lot of people are going to like it. It's a King in Black tie-in, kind of, but it's getting you a story with these different characters all together. They all look really cool and unique. They all look action figure worthy, which I cannot wait to see. So I hope Britannia stays alive because I don't think she's going to be dead. So the Union issue number 1, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.